Alright, the Hitman virus of finishing part 1 baited me for 2 straight nights. But now that I have Hitman part 1 done, I think I can kind of get back in the mix here a little bit. Look at my monitors, and they're really nice sturdy arms for them. I really like it. But to get that perfect angle where they both touch each other perfectly, it's like not quite as easy as I'd like. Partially because the corner of the is like nearby. Yes, I have my blueberries now. I have my raspberries. I got my turnips. I got my carrots. Holy shit. How much? Now I gotta learn new controls again. Got 3 kinds of fences. Oh, here's a problem. Can't pick these up from outside the fence. I don't know. Yeah, I can. Just a second. We are. So let's hope these grow back. You know? Be nice. But yeah, we got charcoal here. Damn it. Coal. The obvious response here is that these now have metal in them. Stuff it up. Three more. Let's take a whole 30 stack just to put in 3 iron. Because it's faster. Actually, may not be faster. Right. Right. Yeah, right. Bar is going here. A lot of rock. Berries that should go over here. That's produce. Playing. Rocky. We need some extra of the fighting foods. My potions, got my muck shakes. I think I have to make more of the Uzis. Oh no, that's not what I have to make. It's turnips and what? Turnips and boar meat? I've used all my turnips. Used all my carrots. Nighttime. Let's do a little research on what our foods are. That's what I want. Damn, I totally gotta reload my brain. 2 days off. So carrot soup, I guess I could do. I don't know carrots left. Turnip stew is boar meat and... So I guess I'll make some queen jam. Too many though. Expensive. Oh, makes 4. Now we're back to normal. Is it now nighttime? It's hard to reset this in the morning. This one's my equipment. This is my vaguely frightening design. Those are some other things. Heating. Standing iron torch. Hanging brazier. Coal, 5 bronze, 2 coal, 1 chain. I don't know if I have... Well, I have tons of chain. Interesting. How the fuck did this happen? I have coal. Wait. copper? Oh. I don't have any tin. I think I have tin coming. No, I filled those with fully iron. So what did I use that tin for? 36 chain is what I do. Circlet. This one had a bunch of tin. Too. Fill this bitch up. There you go. Iron in there. Waddle off to bed. I can't make any of the braziers now. The other things to consider are occasionally checking out. Okay, I want to build this first, yeah. But I do want to check this out, see if I can get more of those cores at some point, or just make it like a regular thing to. Just make it a regular thing to go over here. So there is a little more sailing coming my way. That sailing will involve me checking out whether I want to make this my like teleporter nexus, which I think is the coolest fucking idea. I think their chat open. Just something I find very, very tempting and extremely, extremely fun. But I do want to check out these flames to see if I can get some more cores and some of those trophies, because those trophies look extremely cool. I suspect I'm probably going to have to do another stone run soon, though I don't necessarily remember. I'm burning, I'm on fire, everything. Can't fall asleep while burning. I'm sure that's one of the error notifications this game will give you. Once again, you run at the head of your warriors, the weight of your father's axe in your hand. Wake with the war cry on your lips. Okay, the voice I'm doing there is like, who's that German documentary director? I don't know why I'm blanking on this. I like own his books. I've seen a ton of his movies. The cave paintings evoke a certain joy. I forget his name. That's basically the voice. Alright, so where am I? The stone is here. How much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 250. Not a whole lot. Okay, what is my order of operations? One thing I should do to reduce the damage on. Those are the things that get bumped up, I guess. It's only these ones. Okay. Is probably push this back a little bit and then lower it. See if I can get some lowering now. Are there any spots in which I could stand? Probably not easy with the boat in here, right? Find any spots where you can stand. Lower this. I guess I'm kind of based on the tides here. A boat dropped on me. Around here I saw something. some. Kind of in the way. This is the thing I was figuring. This is the thing I was worrying about before. How am I going to get off this thing? Do a little bit too much of a Herculean flying leap. Get out of there. So I have to fix that at some point. Boom. Okay, so what was my plan exactly? So the things I need to do now. I wanted some braziers in here. I want that tin in there. Did I get that tin? Oh, these things need more charcoal. So, well, my farm is up. I suppose the logic then is that the next thing to do is get the animal area up. And I can't forget that the one miscalculation I made is that this will I'm going to need to shave this off through the walls. The other thing I recall thinking about is that I'd also like to dig the river to the best degree that I can. I'm a little worried that I'm not going to be able to because of how large of a discrepancy this altitude. Like, for example, I need a moat dug all the way around, but because of the fact that I built on a river, because the fact that I built on a hill means that I might not be able to get it. So one of the things I was thinking about probably doing early is to find out the way, the route in which I can dig this river all the way to the other side. So that has to come fairly soon because I'm going to want to like dig the general platform and basically I have to finish the stone foundation for the outer level, build the farm, do the outer castle walls, and build this river all the way through. I think to some degree I build the outer castle walls first because that's the easiest. But it also doesn't do that much. It does help me defend, but I'm not too worried about defenses now. But it will help me, so I guess ultimately if I get raided or something, that's the best one. It's also going to take a shitload of stone. To some degree, building the outer walls is the smartest first thing. Is there anything else that I'm missing that I can't think of? Okay. I'm gonna build a river, so I'm gonna build a river. Problem is this messes with the house a lot. Hold on. Oh shit. I want to find out how do the angles look for doing this. So it's basically what way is this going? This is, I could try to go directly west. Ideally, what would happen? Let's see what happens. And then I'll just start digging around it if it starts being like the minimum level is too high. Problem is the far side. Also, this is like Fairly fortunately not undermining my house, though it will fuck over the portals eventually. Figure out some stuff. If I go this way directly, it's pretty sweet. I just do think I'm gonna have some problems. I'm gonna chart when to get in. But it's not really interfering with any of my stuff, so it should be fine. And I'll probably look to make it lower whenever. This is not going, already it's not going lower. Is that correct? So do you go, okay, so it's already at the point where it's not going to go lower. When that happens, do you just cut, you cut down, right? And then you go west again whenever you can. You go north. I want to do 2. Just go west essentially whenever possible. Let's do 2. The house gonna explode? Dig down whenever possible. Okay, good. Back west. And just whenever the altitude looks fucked up, go north for a spell. Get closer. Okay, this gives me a better sense of where the water line. And probably go as deep as you can. I guess I can deal with that later. Far so good. It's like waist height. It's kind of what you want from a stream, right? That's a bit less. All about the same, right? It's a bit lower. Do one more. Can. Doesn't look like I can. Okay, keep going. Okay, we're still above the water line. Anything distressing above me? Yes. Okay, so this is not going down anymore. Then you do 1 north. Right? I mean, a lot of this is going to eventually get cut down anyway. It needs to be flattened. Still goes more down, good. Okay, back west. There's a guard tower soon. The reason I'm cutting this out is because I can then flatten everything after that. Okay, this is no longer going down. This is not really counting as the right water level, so I have to go one more. And now go this way. Ideally speaking, I have a stream that runs all the way through my base and goes under my castle with a beautiful bridge. I made it? Hold on. So I made it to the other stone line. That's good. Now I need to make it go to the water. Wait. Okay, so we're like a third of the way there. The problem here now is... do I have... the stonecutter nearby? Okay, I'm gonna need a stonecutter nearby. Where is that? Where's the closest one? Over here? Alright. I have wood on me? No, in case. Okay. Go under here. Do a double, right? Okay, hopefully that will provide something more than aesthetics, so the aesthetics are fine. What I really hope, okay, we're good. What I really hope is I don't have to dig north or south under the fucking wall. Okay. Okay. Right height. The other parts I'm worried about more are the ridges near the end. This is still okay. Can I go lower? I think so. So should I go one more west? How much water am I in right now? Like knees? Maybe I should go one north. Okay, take a look at how this all looks. It's so dumb you can do this. Okay, yeah, we're still within the realm of everything. But we're getting to the higher points now. So I probably should go up a little. So let's make the next question. If I go directly west here, will I make it to the river? Yeah, this is like basically the perfect point. But we'll see. Take damage there. Okay, so I think this one will be a mistake. Do I do one or two? Like, these are kind of right angle. Eventually, this is all, as I said, going to be even down. I love my mining helmet. It's so fun. So you do one more. Now you kind of start going as deep as you can, I think. I'll probably do a pass through the river on the whole way down. On the whole way. Is this gonna keep going lower? This isn't really acceptable. Something over here that I'm like really sad that I'm losing. There's some extra stone this way too, which is... Okay, this is under. This also helps to like flood the other areas that like weren't quite at the right height as well. Suggest I should probably go another one north instead of doing this, but we'll find out. This is good. Not good enough, but good. And then a lot of this is going to get flattened down anyway. And I'm going to have some serious, like, farmer's hoe work to make this all, like, contoured. Some. Okay, this won't go any lower. Yeah, and it's an acceptable depth. It's not a particularly inspiring one. Okay, we should be pretty close. If you look at the map. We're pretty close to that ridge. Yeah, basically turn one north whenever ground gets a little stubborn. A little worried about this. Why is this the spot that it is? One more north here. Chuffed on the old stamina. Okay. Be a waste of a muck shake there, but whatever. It's not the biggest crime. Okay, another one north then. I'm surprised by how much further I have to go than I expected to. Quick. That whole level went down so fast. It's because I hit the corner instead? Look at that. That's crazy. Okay. Alright, this should be the home stretch. But it just, yeah, it doesn't go as deep. But it cuts down the other level relatively steep. Okay, this is still not low enough. So one more this way. And this way. So close I can taste it. Tastes like lily pads. Neck tails. Hmm. I think I may want to do the next one up instead of this one. I'm shocked by how far west I'm going. It's enough for tonight. take a look at this. Like, this is really surprising. It's like, for example, it's really surprising that this one didn't go further down. Look at this. Crazy. So, all right. At least we're not like getting into the farms or something. So from here we'll go west. Should be fine. Fix my tools. Should probably keep up the smelting. Probably keep up the smelting. Smelting. This is gonna be the bronze to do the hanging braziers in here. Braziers. How much do I have? 15 total? More in this one. And off to bed goodbye we go. Luckily my house didn't collapse overnight. I'm told there are enemies nearby. This guy? I'm always out of stamina. Yeah, like that, pal. Huh? Oh shit. That would have been a funny death. What's that? Just an eagle staring at me? I really like the way the sword looks over my shoulder. It was really cool. Oh shit. I thought that was gonna be the fall of my death. Alright. It's gonna be fun to use the hoe to add lily pads and everything. And all those other things to add flavor to the river. Normally you don't want flavor in the river, that's how you get dysentery. But in this case, it's what you want. But I'm really looking forward to playing more Hitman as well. Just to kind of like explore each level. And I feel pretty good about doing Master for each time. But the game's a little opaque sometimes. How you're go through stuff. Oh, I got those 2 carrots. Tree. I also think that I should probably change meat and fish to these 2, and then plants and the thing. I just don't really care enough about it. Okay, put the tin bars away. Tonight I'll make the braziers. This up. Fill it with the second one. Go. Fill that up. 4. Fill this bad boy back up. Any more tin or anything weird like that? I might as well do the copper ore and this. Yeah, luckily they did the copper first, which I appreciate. Okay, put this back, however much is left, 10. Alright, let's get back to digging. Take my little tunnel over here. Some of those we can always raise that back up if we don't like the angle of it. This is one of those times where I probably should go just another one north altogether. To make this look a little better. It seems fine. Hopefully we can just do a straight shot west from here. Connect the 2 rivers, and then we're gonna feel pretty good about that. That was like not as onerous and disruptive a process as I thought, especially because it didn't go under my buildings. That was one of the reasons I found like a psychological deterrent to it, because I thought it was going to undermine my house. It's inconvenient for like just a bed and a house again. But I'd rather that be my house until such a point that I actually have my keep. But I know that's not necessarily going to be the case. Which is good. I think everything north of me, all along here, is going to have to eventually be flattened out. Though this part can be generally fine. I can sort of like grade these slopes for a little while. Kind of arch over my head. I think I don't have a stonecutter here yet. It's not falling, it's not falling. This is actually getting to the point where it's like ocean. Let me see. Maybe I lean her north a little bit. Not directly under the wall, but south, that means. Losing his footing with everyone. Okay, get back in there, you. Oh. One or maybe two. Go this way, because it's so close to the wall. Some of those other ones I probably could have wended south a little quicker. This is getting like kind of oceanic. I'll do one more south. Check out where we're at. Yeah, pretty good. And then I'll go back and forth, south and west, until I get close to that part. I just haven't been assaulted by any necks. It's also, I can't forget, gives me another... this also gives me another weak point to my base. Oh. Okay, this should be pretty close to the... yeah, this should be pretty close by the end. Where the mouth of the river is. So that feels pretty good. And I think probably got me like a certain amount of stone in the meantime. Here we go. Okay. Let's take a look at our handiwork here. This is where I'll have to put the... That's where I'll have to put the gate. Do that now-ish. The leap. Okay, got the stuff for the thing, right? Managed to retrieve all the little small items for the stonecutter. Please get up there. Drop this here. Put it inside of the... Inside here. Crafting. The workbench around here? Here, make a little archway. I was wondering why I felt weird to do the double before. Under the stone steps. I have iron on me, a cage wall and forge, so I feel like I'm not really under direct risk of... Let's get up on the hill and see how it looks. Yeah, so this part... All this here is going to be flattened down anyway, because that's going to be the castle. And a lot of this part is just land I haven't really decided what to do with yet. I'm not really concerned about it being high, but rough life. Excuse me, are you doing significant damage to that? We execute people like you with flair. So, alright. This will pick up the piggy too, put him out of his misery. Alright, pal. Probably should go back the way I came, but here we are. Okay, the house stayed up, which is nice. If I really wanted to waste time, I would get the stuff and build a forge and make the gate. I should. Require 2 iron forge. I used to have an extra forge kicking around, but I believe that I recycled that. Okay. Hides are on this side because you use them for construction. This is the boar meat, resin here until I give it its own special one, which I suspect I eventually will. Okay, where are we at here? Action number possible. I guess I'm getting the stuff for the fucking board. 10 wood, 6 copper, 4 coal. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. Accidentally just pick up that many. Okay, so I need to keep how much coal? So 10 in each. Give myself a stupidity margin error of 1. 6 copper? A bunch of extra wood? I had one of my favorite meals tonight, which is the shrimp stir fry. Which is which is basically you thaw shrimp in a bowl, and you get the rice going. I like putting a little rice vinegar in my rice, maybe a little bit of salt. It just kind of works for me. I'm not really sure how much flavor it actually really does, but can I make the forge? I can. And then the more aromatics I've added to it, the better. I originally started with shallots and ginger, but it wasn't until I started, and then I used like a chopped up chili or something. Truth be told, it didn't really start to really like pop out until until I started putting chopped garlic in it and chili flakes. Chili flakes I feel like are the best thing for dishes like this, because I don't know, they just kind of infuse the entire thing with sort of a slow burn that builds in heat over the course of the meal, but doesn't really have those like moments of like this is too hot and like just kind of distracting yourself from enjoying it. Same way that like a diced chili will. Also it lasts forever. If I put it here. Shit. But the important thing with garlic is you don't want to put it in too early so it starts browning, because this gets a little aftertaste, but you don't want to put it in too late. So I find I put the shallots and the ginger in. Shallots first, then ginger in. And then you put the shrimp in, and then sort of like Chinese wok style, you cover everything in oil once, and then put the shrimp, or put whatever the protein is, down flat to sear for a minute. Then you add the garlic, maybe the chili flakes then if you want. I kind of prefer the chili flakes in the initial aromatics. And then you add like whatever vegetables take the longest to cook. For this is like broccolini and red pepper, and put those in and start turning around with the shrimp once you flip the shrimp initially. Then you kind of add the things at the very end like green onions, then soy sauce, try to move it till it coats around. And it's just such a sweet meal because I got shallots, garlic, ginger, chili flakes, broccolini, red pepper, and green onions in. So there's like 7 new things to make. And you can just chop all that while you're waiting for the rice to cook. The beautiful thing about the rice. Yeah, I can just do this as well. Just the point there where it's kind of like dipping down below the water and it's sweet. Is there some sweet angle I was just getting there? Okay, let's say that I drop it here. Middle. Okay, let's say I do that. And put one under it. Can I get one to snap under it? Yeah. Then I could even just drop the top one. Nothing's gonna get through here, right? I'll leave it like this for now. Working title. Get him there. Okay, so then I'll break up this forge, because that's... I have to bring a forge here every single time I want to deal with that. I have any other iron? No. I kind of feel like it looks a bit like looks a bit like shit. So let's say I take off the top one. Then I do how much do I have left? Then I have 2 more iron. Then do that. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing's coming over that. And then I'll deal with the other details later. And now I can break up this forge. So it's not just wasting resources over here. All right, away we go. So how much more about the river do I want to do, or was that like the important thing for most of them is basically just prioritizing the tasks. When you're doing a really big project like this, is basically prioritizing the tasks so that you can visualize the next things you. It's really mostly what I'm trying to do most of this time, is just to get it so that I can visualize the other things that I'm putting together. So what do I have left? 20. Steal away. Enemy. Okay, what's next? That cooked meat. Okay, so what's next? Do I want to work on flattening all the stuff around this? That looks pretty great. You can start to flatten stuff. Are these really all in the same angle? Alright. Are these already? Really? The carrots already? Turnips already? Wow. Great. Okay. I'll pick up the turnip seeds. Then plant turnips on this side. I'm going to start here. Damn, I've got to do this. Too imprecise to do it. Nice. Back to 8. Start planting them. Seed turnips back in here. The thing with this style that you're kind of limited by the amount of space you put in the seed turnip, because the seed turnip, like, well, because this would be cool because it's gonna give me like 60 odd. Well, not really. Okay. Do the same for the carrots over here. Just yoink everything. Nice that you can just hold this and do it. Okay, so carrots on this side. Where did I start? Here-ish? Helps that you can just move forward and keep them a little more level that way. When you put them in the grid before, they can get a little manky. One time I watched an obscene video of a woman smoking a cigar with her vagina. She was like a kind of gravelly voiced, somewhat attractive, kind of Italian or Middle Eastern looking woman. Someone was like, "Oh man, that looks so good." And man, that's so hot. And the other guy's like, "Are you kidding? Like, can you imagine like how manky that makes her area?" And the word manky in that context like really scarred me, and I still, whenever I think of that word, which is not a word that you think of, it's not even really a weird word, a real word. But then if you do think that, it's like, yeah, that's forever frozen in my mind. It's the word that I associate. It's like the image and like the visual I associate with that. So it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay, so what was I saying here? So this is eventually all gonna get flattened down to start being like my nice contouring for the river and the outside of it. Eventually, I'm gonna have to dig a moat on the outside wall of all this, which to some degree is not always gonna be a moat because of my choice to go up into the mountains. So it's just gonna be like a pit with spikes for some of it, namely this part along the back. Then the sides are going to be a true moat. But then this part is going to have to be like basically just a deep pit. And then this is where like the majority of the tower here-ish will come in from. So those are other considerations for future date. This is all gone. And there's my iron cage. This will all get flattened. That could be something I do soonish. Problem as well is I want to look how this looks on the other side. If we still have a straight line all the way across. I believe we do. Still do. I think. This should still be the back line. Entire whole thing. Oops. Here. Okay, it's not really. That's the part where it goes under the castle. So that's going to take some creative movement at some point to figure out. Okay, so I'm trying to think what the... I'm trying to think of what I said the order of operation was. I was digging this through, then castle walls, and doing the farm. I don't really feel like I need the farm necessarily now. Mountains and plains are coming up. It'll be more of like the time where the detail. Pause overnight. Alright, let's do a little meat roasting. I'm not saying I'm getting low on stuff, but I'm getting low on stuff. I don't really want to keep using like my constant fire. These things still have some protein too. Still have like some level of slight anxiety about whether my blueberry bushes will respawn. Not even sure how the ones in the forest work, to be honest. Okay. So much iron to put through. feel like someday I'm gonna forget about my boat. It's gonna burn. It's gonna fall apart. Oh, I forgot the deer on the fire overnight, so I get some extra charcoal at least. Alright, let's get some of that. Was that? Yeah, that was this morning, wasn't it? Yeah, that was like just like moments ago. What is that? 5 iron? 5, right? Stand here patiently and wait for our deer to be finished. This guy smells his like own cousins burning. No wonder he's so upset. Just give me it all. Yum 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 yum. Save this with me. The honey. Okay, so what is my next goal? Do I use the stone to fit this in? I can do these outer walls, basically this outer wall, but to do this back wall, I still have a lot of work to do. Like I'd have to flatten out all of this. Take out all of this all along the wall. Oof. Then all of this has to go in too if this is going to be my inner wall. It's basically a huge amount of pickaxe work. So is that my priority? These are some crazy leaps inside my own house now. Okay, so is that my priority, or is finishing my internal sanctum my biggest priority? Right now, this area needs to be flattened. All of this needs to be flattened. All of this stone needs to be put up. And then I figure out which of the proportions inside here will be the... Basically, it's the stairs up, and then... So, from where it is now, there'll be stairs instead going up. Then it'll go up to roughly that level. Then I'll flatten that out. So I have to decide that. I'm gonna make a couple of... I'm gonna make a brazier or two. 2 coal, 1 chain, 5 bronze. That's a lot of weight there, nice. So, 2 chain. What else was it? 2 coal. I think 2 of these. From the front or from these rafters, I think. Let's see how this looks. Be sweet, I think, John. I like the sconces for sure. They don't have the same kind of savage glory. Or this in here. Iron in there. Gotta keep the furnaces stoked. All right, what is next? Those won't get extinguished by the rain. I'll keep an eye on that. Oh, please grow back raspberries. Okay, what are my priorities here? I kind of think, like... In my head, it makes sense to do castle walls. Which is going to require a substantial amount of terraforming right now. But that doesn't take... It's not the worst thing. But maybe I should do a huge amount of stone milling before I do that. I could take this stone to... The other thing I need to decide, as I said before, is which of this external structure is going to be the flat stone flagstones. Probably to like here-ish or something. How many is this again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 26, right? This is 26. So half of that is 13, but it's not an easy number to... You can't do 6 on one side and 7 on the other. You have to basically say that it's going to be like 18, maybe? That's 9 on either side. 1, 2. It's too wide. 16? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here? That seems about right. So basically say that there's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on either side. That'll just be the flat surrounding base for like bridges and like movement essentially. And then from here do the raised earth up to that essential level. Oh, workbenches around? Let's do that as like an ID. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So like there. Got one of the other wood piles as per always. I suppose there's not another one. 5. I have one around here. Let's say that, for argument's sake, is what. It's a little wide, probably. Because that'll be the upper level. And then I don't really have any ideas what to put on the upper level besides, like, I don't have very many more things besides, like, portals. Whatever sort of, like, new things are coming up. We don't have any more things to do. I have to put bees over somewhere. I know there's more crafting station stuff coming, but more crafting station stuff is going to be here in this other area. There's more area here for more crafting station stuff. So really, it mostly just needs to be like a tower up. Then there's going to be like flavor stuff, right? But other thing is, this is going to be like the inner keep. So these will be, now that I think about it more carefully, these will ascend. This will also be like, this will also be another set of walls for like an inner keep that will be higher than the other one. I can't believe how much stuff to do. Really what I need is rock and terraforming currently. So there's no point doing all the, yeah, I might as well just do the terraforming. It's the best idea of just gonna be. So is this too wide? And what do I use to decide this now? For one, not a whole lot of this. So what terraforming do I need to focus on? I need to focus on clearing out this much space all along the internal wall. Up to like the correct height. So that's both raising and lowering. Let's cut the right height. Here-ish? Yeah, like more. Yeah. least I know the width of it, at least at this point. There's already a wall here in the corner. Basically do one width across. This isn't quite right because it's gonna be one all the way out. It is basically this. A little further than. But a lot of that doesn't really matter. The rock will be fine. Alright, this is major upheaval, Alex. Maybe some work to make sure everything's looks pretty good, generally speaking. I really gotta think about what that guy's video was. That was like here's how the it was the one where the guy I think he had like one of those European accents where he gets like perfect English from school, but like he doesn't speak it very much. And he's like basically made all these different size platforms and raised areas to give you instructions on how to do different areas, how to do different like terraforming things. And it was like the guide that finally like help me figure stuff out and like feel good about like what decisions you make. Because before I was doing these like random diagonal patterns and all these things, try to like fit into the landscape. But you got to be a little like aggressively geometrical. How flat this stuff all is doesn't really matter. I think I probably just like chop through this for a while. Back later and even. Yeah, but all this needs to get to rock level. And there's the other question. Is like, okay, here's the other question. Is this going to be a normal castle wall all the way around? And then just a castle that goes, okay, let's say if I'm going by this staircase like style. If the castle only goes to back here, which is along this water line, no, basically the castle, like the central keep is going to be going essentially to this, like basically to the back. And there's going to be gates on either side. There's turrets on the corners and halfway through. I can't even get out of here. Please let me out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so that's the other thing that I was kind of thinking before, which is going to take some visualization as well, is I don't necessarily think that this is going to be like this. If this is the standard double wall, this is probably like in some ways the main line of defense. And I do expect the castle, if I want it to ramp up in height significantly, to be quite high. The back of it, is it not coming all the way to these walls? This still has to be a double wall, I think. But does it? There's way more complicated things to think about here, because how do I do defenses from the back? How do I do defenses along this back part? Because that means you come down. That means that the terrace parts around it. At max, there's probably going to be 3 terrace levels. And do they extend the 360 around, the circumference around the tower? Because I need to think about how I defend from this side. One, for sure, this is going to get carved out. Because this is too close. So this is getting carved out all the way across, at least 2 widths wide. But this isn't going to make a moat. The area is too high to make a moat, it seems like. There's so much shit for me still to think about. But I think I can safely say that I can probably carve out an inner double wall around here all the way. I think I should just do that. One, 2, 3. Right? Too high? 4. Classic 4. 1, 2, 4. Is at some point I'm gonna lose the stuff ahead of me, the top of me? What'd I lose? That top branch? It's a fence? Yeah, there's still the main. This is going up. It should be. Should be staying at this height of the bottom of the wall. Generally speaking. But for now, just do this. For now, just do the big work of carving. Slightly frightening. Hopefully this thing will stay up because it's connected to something else, but I'm not sure. Any of the snacks to eat or meat? 1, 2, 4. Looking forward to having banners, flags, and pinions. I really do think this is like a proper fucking fantasy castle. But I have to remember also to basically do the workable, defensible version of it, and not like the fully customized aesthetic one, until such a point that I finish the game. Too low? I don't think you can get any lower than like the road gets anyway, so I probably should just hammer them all down as far as they go. Is that too low? This looks a bit too low. I guess I should go to bed. The risk of getting raided at night, which I'm sure is possible, is just too inconvenient, to be honest. More and more difficult to get into my structure. Oh, I got worried there for a second. Weird honey. Oh no. Right. Problem here. Pull up on iron. Okay, got it. Okay, the braziers are alive and cooking. Brazier? I don't know how to pronounce that. I feel very self-conscious about it too. Saying a dirty word. Okay, I got a lot of wood here, so I should put a full stack in. My bluebees back? Will they ever come back? What do I do? Coal. No iron. There's no metal in either of these? Got it. So, regretfully speaking, the next step after this is going to necessarily be another stone grind. Okay, is this gonna fall down? Put this in this one. Convenience sake. It's funny how I use the weaker arrows in my house. But really the only important thing to defend is your home. Not the, not like your adventures abroad. Yeah, so this should all be one lower. Getting lower? Must be, right? I guess part of the problem is that some of these this is the height. Forgot about that. It shouldn't really matter. Clear it out as best you can and then use the information. Think about that. It'll just be some earth raising or something. It's not like terribly onerous. Classic 4. Unos, dos, tres, cuatros, cinco? Cinco's too low, right? Funny how that works. I wouldn't have wanted to go that low before. 4. So hopefully this is enough. I won't have to do a second level of width, but I think I probably will. Test after I do this block. Yeah, maybe have to be another one. Because there's gonna need to be like the proper castle. Proper walls. That's one wide with a walkway along the top. And then what I want to call crenellations, but I'm not really sure what they are. But like you need to have like the walkway with like the little blocks, you know what I mean? That like that's stitched all the way through. Some of those things are purely style, not strictly necessary, because they're just like what a castle would be if you're like taking arrow shots from below, but I feel like I'm not going to be taking arrow shots from below in this game. But I guess if Draugrs are attacking, maybe I will. Alright, so now I'll keep carving this shit through. 3 rock. 60. Is this too low? But it gets... At a certain point it gets lower, I remember that. There's certain points you can get lower in some... history. Get to a point like this and see if you can generally lower it. Some of it's going to be just like the classic sort of divots. Now you keep chopping it. Weird here. Now navigating the height is getting a bit weird. Height. Good. Which is like a Saw Phoenix. I don't like the way that's working. Flattening parts I wouldn't mind being sheer. Yeah, all fixable. So basically our goal now is to get double line wide at the base of the stone height. It does change at certain points. There's a certain point where the double wall becomes a single wall of height, depending on where I built it from. I think I'm kind of going a bit. Something like if I point this the right height, like here-ish, flatten it probably. That's pretty good. And I don't mind if this gets flattened, because this is getting taken out. Okay, and then that's all fine. And I don't want to lower this more to match this, because I just don't think I'm going to use it. I don't mind having this area be kind of high and be wild. Maybe I can have it for like a locks pen or something. What to do now is to do the double layer. Because this, argument's sake, going to there. There's all this shit's in the way. So we gotta do the double layer. Two. 3. Good enough. Close. Close. This is way too high. What's happening here? Do I really go this way and chop it this way? More efficient. The angle's so weird. Looks like it's always 4. Whatever reason. I'm just gonna do 4 across and clean this up afterward. Okay, carpal tunnel from left clicking this much. This is all too high. No? something to worry about later. For now, I clear away the bulk of... For now, clear the bulk of the rock. Worry about the height discrepancy. All roughly fine. And let's make a nice clean line. Okay, how many stacks can I put? Wait, 3 here? Nice. Keep going. What I found interesting lately, I'm not sure why I thought of this right now. This is some level I was like, I wonder this person, I have no idea how I got here, but like one thing I've been enjoying is this sort of like late career Steven Spielberg renaissance. Like, I felt like he was so huge at certain points, like going to the 2000s. People kind of stopped giving a shit about his movies. I kind of felt like he was maybe going for like too big concepts sometimes. AI and kind of movies he's making, War of the Worlds. Kind of like, I feel like he kind of lost people in the topics, if you know what I mean. But like the Fablemans and like, I didn't see West Side Story or the Fablemans honestly, but I really like to see the Fablemans. The movies he's making lately, it kind of feels like he's like not at the top of his game, but he's in some ways the top. It seems like he's like the top of the game. Like there's not many people making better movies than him, and he's like fucking 70s probably. Pretty sick. He might even be older than that. Like Steven Spielberg started making movies in like the late 60s, didn't he? No, that's not true. It can't be. Like I think The Duel was. Oh, shit. Alright, fellas, bring it on. Oh, fuck. How's my stamina? These are stamina? These are healing potions? These guys have stones? They're just waiting for me here. Chilling? They don't seem to be, can't miss any shots. It's nice that they're chilling, though. These are not damaging my shit, and I'm not in a place where, they're hurting my structure. I don't think ground does damage to ground, either. So coordinated with their attacks. Instantly seeing the benefits of the stone walls. How many more arrows do I have? 2 more? Right. Pepper this guy with 2. Let's give him the business. You can see when they get like rared up to do it too. It's so funny. Alright, fellas. Let's get this on Texas style. Ooh. Save your stamina. Oh shit. Oh. Yeah! Alright, well, instant lessons on the benefits of the walls. Right away. Give me all these goodies, fellas. Give me all the goodies. Alright, give it up. Come on. Give me the goodies. Alright, sweet. Feels great. I'm gonna drop all that stuff off. And I really hope these bushes, I know I cheated, but like I really hope these bushes turn into fruitful things, just so they look good. It'd be nice to not have to go foraging for berries all the time. But if they just stay bare like this and have to like redo it or something, it'd be so ghetto. Okay, hides here, trophies here. Where's the dungeon loot? I didn't bring the coins down, did I? Bags? Resin. Alright. Strip down and do a little more cutting before it's nap time. Really nice thing about defending it where I did is that they weren't even throwing rocks that were like destroying my shit somewhere. Nice clean lines here. Hopefully not too many of these things will collapse on my head. That'd be a crazy way this game would go. Things could collapse on you and kill you. Why is this now suddenly working? Okay. Oh, this is where the two collide. Maybe that's part of the reason. Okay, so there's two different points where there's like a height discrepancy where it goes from the base being one height to the base being another. It's gonna be annoying, sure. Keep going. I can chop through most of this tonight. But I'm not going to get a ground shaking. Nothing significant is going to attack me. Really glad those trolls didn't have... Super glad those trolls didn't have log clubs. Because I feel like if they had log clubs, they'd be beating on the stone walls. Get in there. The heights and everything have been good. Now it's cold, it's getting a bit slower. So I might quit once I get to the house. Look how slow the regen. Shit. Guess I should glug down a tasty mead. That'd be a cool thing to have on you, actually. I made them so long ago. They're not for battle. For times like this. It's taking forever. Partially because I'm so impatient with stamina. But what I should be doing is saving my food costs for tomorrow. Benefit a will. Oh. Right, with the multiple pitfalls that I've set up for myself on my own. Okay. From a dream of death, you awaken to death itself. There's always the sound of my ship banging up and down in the night. It's so funny. These are low again? No, I refilled those recently. Okay, I got 3 meals. Oh, look at this. They're closing the back door. This shit's a death trap. Alright. Scoop up the iron, put the coal in there. Iron's coming along. We're starting to get into the hundreds, which. All right. Did I fill that full of charcoal? No, I didn't. Keep 10 on me because it's convenient. More in there. Stack of rock off here, and get back to the busy job of terraforming. Raspberries growing? No? I hope they do. Those parts are staying kind of high. Pickaxe first, and then I'm gonna lose my barracks, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't have much use. Barracks is one of those games that like every nerdy kid. Barracks is one of those words that every nerdy kid learns from playing like Warcraft and shit, or like whatever RTS games they played as a little kid. With no context ever, basically, in the modern world, except for being in the army. There's gonna be some satisfying leveling at some point. Okay, we're pretty close to done here. Sweet. Then I guess we move on to getting the stone to build the inner walls. I don't think I'll be able to get the outer castle walls done. And at least make some progress on getting the resource. I like that everything that falls apart like doesn't. You don't lose the resources by being short-sighted. It's just like, it's not like you lost the wood. It's not like I lose the wood for this workbench because I didn't like deconstruct it before this bullshit happened. It's not even falling anyway. Staying up there. Champion. Okay. Alright, we're looking pretty good. So, fuck. I could, if I wanted to, I could be a real nerd and estimate how much stone it would be. Okay, if this is 31, it's basically going to be like, if I go in 1 on each direction, it's 30 by 16. So 30 by 16 is, so 30 times 16 times 6, right? Is that so much I need to do? That can't be right. That's the same. 10, 6, 4,800. Each block is 6 stone. It's not necessarily true because the far wall not doing. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be another like, it's gonna be again thousands of stone. So for now, let's do a little leveling. Process proper. Oh my god, so much stuff to do. Chop off these little edgy boys. One appreciates you. I'm not sure why I can't chip away at that, but it doesn't really matter. Is this going down? I think this is like the max it can be. Weird, man. Basically, you get to this point now. Now it's too low. Up here is now the hard to account for. But it also doesn't need to be that crazy meticulous. Eventually I will try to make it good, but really, anyway, it doesn't. I know I have some work to do evening this out along this line. This is the one that. Okay, I need to be at a good height. None of these things are really a good height to be on. These are all too low. Da, da, da. Okay, where's the right height? It's like here-ish. He's like, ooh, the ground's rising above my feet. Creepy. Hey! Hands off the fucking merchandise. Ooh, ah! Gotta work on my axe skills. Someday I'll be using an axe, I'm sure. I don't remember whether I heard this somewhere or whether it's kind of like from my own experience, but I've noticed that like every guy thinks he's funny, basically. I think I've both independently observed this and I think other people have said this as well. I don't think I'm the first to say it. It's basically every guy has like some fantasy he's harbored, like in his head, that he like could have been in a meeting or something like that if he had just like tried at a certain point. It seems like one of those things that people just like, I feel like I've heard and seen a lot of. I think that like important to know that you can be funny sometimes without thinking that you are like quote unquote funny. It's like not saying no one thinks that they're like the funniest all the time. It's like that's how like that's the way to make sure that you're. But I find it funny also when people who are like, I think it's funny when people who are like unmitigated comedy successes. Obviously, like the best example is Jerry Seinfeld, and like how that little smug look people get. Fucking so many people, that little who don't even like. That like smug people, the smug look people get when they're like, I don't actually find him funny. I don't even think Seinfeld was funny, and like. It was an acquired taste show to some degree because the humor was like offbeat, I guess, but like unequivocally one of like the biggest successes ever. Like it clearly was funny. But he was one of the shows that people love to like kind of chip in, being like, I actually didn't think it was. Here's what I'm gonna do at a neuro. Valheim. Do blueberries respawn? Berries respawn after 300 minutes? 300 minutes, holy shit. Well, at least that happened. Hopefully I'll see that. 300 minutes is 5 hours. Okay. I seemingly now have. I'll have to clear the outer. I'll have to clear the outer level at one point, though I don't feel it's particularly necessary now. This thing's still up there. So what is keeping this thing in the air? This mystical keep. All right, so I can now more or less build my outer wall. Which is great news. Here I have to fix. You can be a dick about it? Tell you one thing I got a lot of, it's stone. I learned that C9 in LOL has had a player named MNS on their roster in Academy, and everyone just knew that he was basically like the more skilled player. It's like putting up the most like insane like rookie numbers ever, and is like just one of those like absurd solo kill percentages, etc. And they're just basically like waiting to see if he was as much of like a dick as he seemed to be. He's like getting kicked off teams in Europe constantly. Turns out he's Korean, which is weird. I don't normally see too many toxic Korean players these days. More civil system, I feel. Anyway, so like basically the spot everyone kind of knew was like his spot once he proved that he could have. And they just said today that they're gonna like put down Diplex and call this guy up. He was always kind of like the guy whose spot it was. Alright. And I push the fishy back in the water. Come on, big guy, you can make it. You can live. I wonder if he's drowned already. Live! Oh yeah, he's off. Good job. I wish this game had like little turtles that could show up. Alright. So all this, I don't really care about. Are my torches working? Is this bashing up and down against this? Got it. Yes, it is. Bump. Cute. Alright, we got iron here. Coal here. You never once expect to be able to take out a 30 stack of iron and not instantly be like walking the sad boy around. Put this back. Okay, we're in pretty good shape right now. That was less painful than I thought. I could use the stone. I still don't feel confident siding. There's still stuff about this that I haven't really got right in my head. So it's just gonna have to be iteration, I think. So those blocks will be put over as normal stone blocks. And then I'm putting stone up. And there'll be rings, there'll be squares around it. And basically the structure will be the stairs going up to such a point that it becomes the throne room. Then above it, I'll put a tall tower with the hearts on top as a beacon. And those will have to coincide to some degree with that. I have a lot of stone. Maybe I'll use the stone I have to do my first take at a tower corner. Fine wood doesn't break down as much. So maybe I'll do my first take of one of the tower corners. Might as well do this one. If I do this one, then I don't need the fucking... This guy took down my work. I took down my workbench? What are you doing in here? Who invited you? It's the problem with having the river in your base. Juan's little shits like that guy. It's so funny. Okay, so this needs to be raised all the way to the... We all know it. Corners need to have more, and basically what I want to do is replace the corners with the circular pattern. I gotta work a little harder to make this even. Give myself adequate space. So in the corners, I'll probably knock these out. And I think you can make a circle. You do... There's two different videos I saw that did the circle well. It was kind of like this, but it was one I haven't seen before. This is cool. I'm going to look at a lot of these. Look at this guy. This guy generally is
So
pretty
today
useful.
I'm going to give you a full build tutorial for 3 different round build designs in Valheim. Now this is a slightly new type of video for me, so include it. So to build this first design, what you need to do is start by just placing down a wood floor piece like this. Then using your middle mouse button, you can just do one rotation and it should be placed like that. Now if I zoom right in here, you'll see how this snaps perfectly on. If we go to the next one, we get it perfectly level. We do one click on our mouse, get it snapped in again, and we do this the entire way around until we have completed the circle. So as you come to complete the circle, you'll see it looks like this, and with one little click there, it snaps on both ones. So it will snap to both this one and this one here, and there we go. We got just about as close as you can get to a nice circle in Valheim. After that, you can of course just go ahead and fill in the floor in between so that you've completed the floor. And when you place this down, there will of course be some overlap with the floor, but when it's finished, I do think it looks quite nice still, and you can't really tell when you're playing the game that you've got those sort of overlaps. I think this looks okay, and that is how you complete the circle. Next, you want to go ahead and place down your walls, and you can place these walls as high or as low as you like, because essentially...
Yeah, that's what I thought basically it looked like. That's how I remember it. Alright. So, do I have to put down stone floors first? And then bust this out under it? Because, guys... So I want it to be... I think I want it to be centered where this used to be, which means I'm not going to do this now. You throw a rock, or are you going to come over here and get some? So that's the question, is whether I... How many of these do I knock out? So let's say I do this here in the corner. This is the center. Let's say you go like this. This is gonna make it complicated. So this is the center, if I know that. Let's say this is the... Workbench doesn't reach here because it's far away. The question is whether I put the stone floor under this. Let's make that one fall. Okay. Well, patch this back up and do it in the morning. I suspect it. So I'll use this, the former corner to be the centerpiece. I think I have to put... I think it would just be better. But... Green slanting in? Is this a 26 or a... I feel like I'm gonna run into this. I don't. That's a little crazy. Put the wind. How much is a sack of wood? Good. Alright. So in the morning I'll make my first tower. I guess I'll make the first. I guess I'll try to make the towers with whatever stone I have. There. I gotta get my replacement. Two sausages. Two of those. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Oh, a little low on resources. Perhaps. Alright. So, first things first. Floor. I wonder how many I need to do here. Probably 9. Actually, actually have to be more. I think that was the angle, right? Maybe this other stuff's gonna make it more complicated. How do I get this to... Doesn't look right. Can you can't do this with like the... can't do this with the stone floor, right? Kinda can. Does the angle matter? I feel like I had it for a second. Like that. How did that work again?
The circumference will click there, it snaps on both, include it. Zoom right in here, you'll see how this snaps perfectly on. If we go to the next one,
Can't be that simple, right? That it's just the fucking angle. It is. Do this. Is it right? What if part of this is the ground I'm on? There have to be more of these knocked out. Looks so much easier now. They had because they had something to go on it. That just is good. Try from this one. That doesn't work because this one doesn't work. So which one's the flawed one? It looks like this part is the one that fucked up because it doesn't have, maybe because it doesn't have the stone under it. Okay. Okay. There's at some point there's a break. Do I just try the whole thing again? Maybe it's there because there's no stone there? Pretty satisfying if this works out, I gotta say. Still think it's gonna need a couple more passes. I'm just gonna like keep being endless thing where like just don't quite catch up. Alright, that's pretty good, right? Alright. Okay. Now we use these stone walls, which are the same width, to the edge, right? That means I need another level of stone under these. Maybe just in the corners. Maybe some of those are excessive. We'll see. How much stone do I have left? Better do that now. I'd do this. Just like 2-point hospital, I'd love to be able to, once I make a structure, to be able to like save it and copy it. Great. Because if I want to make a spiral staircase too, this shit's going to be time consuming. Okay. It's not really snapping properly. The stone matters more than the floor. I almost wonder subsequently if I should make the stone first next. Sick. I just sometimes blue and sometimes. I really wish I understood. Okay, so let's say this is the gate. Obviously it'll need to be wider. I don't have much stone left, but I have a blueprint here, which I'm very happy with. No one can get over this for sure. So let's seal this bitch up. How much stone am I missing? I can take these out and put earth under here. Run 47, wow. Never got that high before. Anything gonna fall after that? No? Okay. Be fine. Alright. That's really, 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 really encouraging. Like, the time consumption coming up is crazy. What time is it now? 9:30? Alright, so at least I got a model for it. So, the reality is that I got a fat ass fucking amount of stone farm after this. Otherwise, it wasn't as hard to worry to. That was pretty sweet, actually. You just gotta make sure you have enough stone floor under it. And I could probably take out those stone floors and raise the ground a little bit. Doesn't really matter either way. Roughly the same amount of expenditures. Oh. Oh yeah. Trying to make this a wall. There is no longer a back door. Okay, so everything's healed up. Got the stuff. There's a bunch of stone over there, but it doesn't really matter. Fill these bitches up. Well, I can put 4 wood in here. I could do the garden, but I won't. Not particularly urgent in the context of it all. It's time to take the wagon out. We'll try going the other way. Here's the cart. It does have like some small measure of attempting to right itself. Fun. Not a big guy. Air. Move. You're not gonna make it through there? Totally can. I can, you can. You're shorter than I am. Yep. Back. Away we go. Do I have both pickaxes? I do. Just on my little homie. Okay, off to the Black Forest to try to find a big boulder. Some big boulders here I can safely careful. I have 10 wood on me, I do. Repair all my stuff, I did. Found myself a big old boulder. Contemplate in my head how it's incredible every single time I run through the Black Forest. For this area in this game, I think about Divinity Original Sin 2. Literally every single time. Never fail. I'll use Eikthyr for the way back because I'm halfway there. Alright. I can use some tin at some point too. I'm not gonna chop those ones because they're like literally begging me. Floating around ineffectually. You know, my favorite thing. A big old boulder. I guess I could take these out. Start, right? Pretty big. Eagles are contemplating me. Oh, do you guys want some? Is that what's going on here? You want some of the champ? Going on my cart. Stabbies. Where's my piercing damage there? I stab both of them at once. I wonder if I'm gonna get trolled here. Sure disappear quick. Once they decide they're done, they're done. Some more big ones here. Gonna run around a little thrown off by being ignored, I think. He's like the kid acting up who doesn't understand why he's not getting a reaction. I think I read this. I don't think I like experienced it personally, but like I remember I was listening to Drop Frames. They're saying like the fail of the year for Code Carnage was like that shit kid going up on stage with the Elden Ring people and accepting the award and saying whatever bullshit he said. And they're saying like I think it was the same episode being like how pathetic it was that like Jason Schreier or whoever it was like actually interviewed that kid. That blew my mind that someone would actually like interview someone who just like walked up on stage and like talk shit at an award ceremony. It's so funny. Like giving them credit. It's giving them like it's giving them props that like they just by no means deserve. I couldn't believe it. Sometimes I'll try to follow like games journalists like to see if I can like learn shit like before it happens, like Jason Schreier, and it's like they're the most cringe people. I find like almost everyone. I love video games. Like they're my favorite thing. Let's be honest, they probably are, just by virtue of my preferences. But like, there's so few people who are actually within, who are like within the sphere who I like feel like a kinship with. Very few. I think because they're so like obsessive as like an art form and private, and such a high percentage of people who are like totally into and immersed in video games are people with like their own reasons why they like to stay in and stay inside. I guess that's part of it. It feels like it is. Did you find a big boulder yet? It's basically like people who have chosen to be pretty specifically at home and doing their own thing. Really, people, or even like, there's just so many different areas where it'll be like a bunch of different reasons why you'll follow someone, but like you will eventually stop following them. It's a big thing about Twitter, generally speaking, is that very few people understand that like because people follow them, they don't follow them because that person is awesome and they can do whatever they want and they should say whatever they want to be totally self-indulgent. But they follow them because that person is like fulfilling a niche of information that person wants. I especially notice it in like League of Legends, etc. Is that you follow people who were kind of giving interesting information, but then you're like, now I don't care, but I'm gonna start posting to my followers like about my workout routines. And you're like, guy, that's not interesting. Like, you were like performing a service, things I was learning. But like everyone slips at some point to being self-indulgent because they think there's like something, sounds weird, but like a lot of people like I think make the mistake, the fallacy that they think there's something special about them. That's why people are following them. People are following them because they're giving them good information. When you start like just like polluting someone's feed, you're someone who's like really like, if you pay attention to that, then that person's like run out of use for you. I'm just generally speaking, anyone who's like, even like the people on like Twitter or whatever who I have learned the most from about like supplements and like diet, like all those things. Like, I don't know. There's not many people, if anyone, who is going to give you like unlimited good information forever. Depends on what they talk about. But like most people can kind of like run the course through and like read them like a book. And once you finish it, you finished it. And a lot of times they'll be like reposting stuff to get new followers. Depends how they're doing it. I should leave the cart here and do a little more scouting. But also, like, the very nature of social media is something that kind of, like, breaks people eventually, right? Like, eventually you're, like, fucking on Twitter with people on Twitter responding to you. Like, some of the biggest fuckboys on the planet. Reply guys, etc. I understand, like, there's a dual nature to it. Less people, like, post and don't reply. Like, are not, like, in any way affected by people because they don't respond to people on it. But everyone wants like the feedback of people saying you're cool. It's not worth it. But on the other end, you don't want a social media profile that's just you putting links to your other work, because then it's just like there's even like a lot of people who's like Twitter. There's a lot of people on Twitch who I like Eris. I like. That's like a pretty shit Twitter. I like Last Free Nation, like Monty and Thorn, etc. But their like official Twitter is pretty trash. It's just like mostly links to their stuff and like it's not like a lot of insight in there. It's just links. There's a lot of things to avoid in a lot of different ways. Tough out there, man. Okay, so my thing's about half full, so I could find another boulder. a big one there. Right there. I hit the deck hard. My cart. Is that one there? He's a big one. Okay, progress. Where's my cart? Okay, I'll do the one along the shore. Take free stone. So a lot of this will be annoying from floating, but I'll try to get as much thing. Tasty meat didn't do anything at all. Understand. Already gone. Understand. This is a huge piece of rock. I think if you finish the... I think if you kill bone mats, you get a thing that like makes like stone picking better, right? I don't find the elder buff like changes my life in any way, but it might be worth doing. I like this. I think this pickaxe is sort of owning. Another one right there too. Nice. Okay, here we are, doing the classic. Trying to bob about ineffectually. You're floating? Yeah? I heard a rude boy. One thing I find that seeing like Rihanna at a Super Bowl concert is and why I'm very happy for her to have like gotten like the huge makeup success she has is like, I'm not saying this is necessarily up to her thing, but like maybe just like her record label, or maybe it is like a singing voice thing or something, but like for someone who's so big for so long, like how many big hits or like actually really good songs did she really have? Not that many. There's not that many of them that I'm like, wow, these are so good. Of arrows. Try, pal. Sausage. Break it up for me. Shit, in the water. Oh. I need to bring this bitch home. Okay, I've successfully dropped the troll heads and everything. I feel like I have a whole lot of necessity for those. I will take the money though. What other stone can I take? The iron axe does the full white damage. I feel like that makes a difference. I gotta go. Okay, I should jump up on this thing first. Can't. I'm gonna get this bit of rock, and then I'm out of here. I always got that little slippy slide going on. Run away. I have no idea what that tasty meat did. Like, the buff was over in like seconds. Ooh, oh my god, it feels heavy. Ugh. Mistake. Strength, pal. Oh. I have a torch on me. Run to that habit since I spend so much time at home. 10 to 10. Still feel pretty wired. A yerba mate at like noon. It's like such effective caffeine. I love coffee, don't get me wrong. But I find like the yerba is like more noticeably, at least the kind I had today was really good. It's called Mate Libre. Like a silver can. I really, really noticed like the energy. To the point this afternoon, I was like, if I have more than I know what to do with necessarily. It's really effective. Like it's a cleaner, it's like a cleaner buzz. Coffee kind of like strips something from it. But I would never want to completely change over to drinking like yerba or drinking energy drinks. I think people who do that are like, I don't know. At least for me, just like real material satisfaction in like a cappuccino. A good steamed milk espresso drink. Like it's like a kind of ritualistic to some degree. Just like sipping something like cold from a can, you can't compare that to like that first time you sit down in a day. Like I go to the gym, I go to like a coffee shop near my house that's like halfway to where the gym. No, like 3/4. And I order like a strong espresso. Then I sit there and I drink it. And I like go into my, like, I bust out the PDF of like my workout routine, and I write that day's shit into my like little mini moleskin. And it's like a nice little ritual, man. But yeah, I can just run over the plants. I'm gonna get squished. Is the cart gonna squish my plants? No. Success. Taking these to far corner. No, I'm not. We'll take them out. Alright, good run of stone. I'm gonna do that for 2 more days. Have a nice little party. That resin I'm gonna put into the sconce, despite the fact that most of these things are way out. Air. Alright. So there's 2 or 3 other boulders right there that I'm gonna tackle. Drink some water, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Okay, here we go. So, how are we doing? Okay, good. Well, my mic wasn't working there for a second. All right. Okay, off we go. Sure to repair the cart. Oh damn, I got busted up there. Fresh and early. Oh, good morning. Whatever you're selling, I don't want it. Do I have an eek there? No, I don't. It's a little fishy. Okay. This is really nice. All these like shallow areas here. Subtly rounded hills, mounds. Hopefully there's no troll-based distractions lately, but I have noticed with the castle walls and even that boulder the previous in the yesterday in the game, that like even like knee-length stone is like a complete troll impediment. He has no fucking idea what to do. Troll's all male. How's that work? Come on, buddy. Roger. They're kind of like dwarves, like the females are indistinguishable from the males. Alright, alright. Leave my card alone. You can hit me, but leave my card alone. Assholes. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little bit more from this without slavish about it. I am wet. Very wet. Can I stand here? Yes. Okay, good. Sometimes I look at Donkey videos and be like, all that, I'm like glad that all that league time he had, like gave him like the opportunity to like get better at making like a ton of videos, like really with a lot of regularity. So that he could get on to like, so he could like start making more general content like he does now. Now I get to the point where I'm like blown away by how long ago it was that he made league videos. It's like his last one was like 6 or 7 years ago. But I remember it happening though. I was a big Donkey fan for sure. It's always really funny. His league videos still make me laugh, even though they're so stupid. I was just thinking in my head of some of the ones where he's like definitely dropping some F-bombs and not fuck. But I could watch him. He did a couple of like ranked videos. Being like my road to plat or whatever. Those are the ones that like broke his spirit. It was like clearly, it was like immediately clear that they were like destroying him. Just from like the tone of the video. There's a lot of stuff here. Oh man. Can I get up in this one? Look at all this stone. Never be able to get it. There's not enough high pieces around here. Okay. Okay, I said I'd stop before it gets too difficult. The problem is that this means there's a lot of this stuff which I knocked down. Can't get. That's the real bummer. Okay, I can get some of the stone from jumping off that rock. A lot of it's kind of lost to the ether here. Whee! Look at all this. What a tragedy. Or 12 or something. Okay, onto this one. I went my entire life enjoying Cheetos cheese puffs. So one day I had one that was like drenched in oil, where basically you bit into it, and it was like an explosion of like the whatever oil in my mouth, and like instantly soured me on them forever. It's a crazy shame when like you get some sort of. I mean, I'm glad I don't eat that kind of food anymore, because I like know more about not being very good for you. But for like food, especially, I like need the information. You know what I mean? Like, if I know why something is good for me, I find it like easy to eat without it any longer feeling like work to eat. Like for a long time I didn't like cucumbers because I thought they were just like worthless. You find out there's like minerals in them. I'm like, alright, cool. I'll eat that. I won't like make a salad, but once I eat like all the tasty parts of a meal, I'll like eat as much vegetables as I can possibly pack in. Like when there's all this left is like all the broccoli, I'll eat that, and I'll eat every other piece of broccoli that's like in the bowl. That's easy to do. You know it's good for you. It's just like, you know, who's like jazzed about it? That's why. I wondering why I wasn't picking them up. Alright, okay. Water. Slurp these all up. It's weird how you can't cut stone until the swamps, but all the rock is in the Black Forest. Isn't that weird? Does that seem weird? Does that seem weird to you guys? I don't know about that. Here's another big Bazumba over here. I guess they're pretty much just everywhere. I'm gonna go back to the previous one. Blueberries. Always funny in this game when you have like that sinking feeling as you get like just a little more hang time than you're expecting. You're like, oh, this is gonna hurt. Don't give up. Keep climbing. Believe in yourself. I have to start looking for another apartment soon. My lease in this place ends at the end of March. But I'm like very happy in my like day-to-day routine currently. Breaking that up to like go ineffectually like bicycling around neighborhoods. Not really something I'm like that jazzed about right now, to be honest. But it's time to do it. February 19th. I gotta just do it in the mornings, my days off, I think. Because I don't like coming home and like instantly getting into streaming. Too early in the day. I just like kind of like just sit around and like watch stuff and turn my brain off still for a few hours in the morning anyway. I'm never like that jazzed to get into it at like 10 a.m. So that's probably the time every morning I should like take a bike ride. It'll start this week. This big fucker. Hey. He's got a little... That's a lot of dudes. Oh shit. Oh no! You slow down so much when you're putting your mail on. That 1-star dude fucked me up. Now they're gonna break my cart too, aren't they? A while since I've had some deaths. Alright, here we go. Shit, I gotta leave the wall. Poor cart. So sad. Don't get wet. Yeah. Now I think the area boxed in the way it is, there's not like deer and pigs spawning inside the base. It says that one deer is going to be stuck in here forever. Hopefully it's eating. Makes a big difference. I never see pigs. I never see boar anymore. Kind of miss them, you know? Now I just have graylings, delicious little fuckers. Wasn't bad. Okay, the card's still here. Come on, hurry up. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna keep the old ball and chain on for a little while. Though I guess that was like you should probably when you move to a new boulder armor up. At this point it's probably less worrisome. Yeah, I almost feel like the ones that are like half in the water are not worth the time. Even though that's been like the vast majority of the ones I've tackled so far. There's some factors about like streaming that I could have considered but didn't necessarily, which is there's some things that you want to play that like you almost have like different considerations for because you know that some games are like dead zone. It'd be great to have like your own community you bring from place to place, but that's not like necessarily going to be the case initially, or for some people maybe ever. But like there's like really old Elder Scrolls games that I have never played that I would like to. I want to play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. There's a lot of games I know where like, yeah, you're gonna get some like nostalgia looks, but there's a lot of times that you're like, maybe I should play this new thing. If you want to start like garnering new viewers. There's a bunch of different considerations I didn't really think about. Like which games are like off-stream games to some degree. The biggest thing I learned was playing Octopath Traveler 2nd. It was like, that would be like 0 average views, like 2 to 5 live views per 2-hour stream. Like people showing up for like a second, basically, because it's not that much fun to watch, and there are like games that are fun that aren't fun to watch, obviously, and so it's kind of like been like, oh, okay, well maybe some of these things are not necessarily viable. But then also, like, part of playing video games and recording it is to be like, these are things that I want to be doing anyway. So to like put impetus behind it, that it's sharing them with people who might not have time to play or don't want to, or things like that. That's part of it that kind of like helps you motivate yourself to be able to play them as well. So those are other factors. I didn't necessarily think. Well, yeah, you can't figure those things out till you experience. Here's the big move. That's the next level move right there. Okay, time to adjourn. I think there's couple more pieces I could see sticking out of the ground. Can't see them currently enough to find out, so off we go. This boulder's gun. Let's never speak of that death again. I'll tackle some shit on the way. Like, there's a lot of, I saw someone playing Shining Force 3 today. I have Shining Force 3. The only games I follow on Twitch are like mad fucking rare ones. Like Shining Force 2, Shining Force 3, Pocky and Rocky 2. Games that like people never play. We're down. Stuck. So when people do play it, I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. Who's the dude playing Shining Force 3 today? It was like some retro gamer. Some guy like radiating himself in a blue room. And it was like, these are games I want to play for sure. But no one wants to watch that. I feel like, I don't know, out of nowhere, no one's going to watch that. You don't bring a community into it. It feels like, I think also I've seen this too, to some degree. It seems like variety streamers have to like spam something to get a community initially, and then try to transition to playing like a bunch of different stuff, so you're not just like stuck playing Overwatch or whatever people initially got stuck on. And for every like moon, there's like people who like Choco Taco, who would get like 12K playing PUBG, but now get like 1,000 or 1.5 thousand, like pretty regularly playing other games. So, all those things are big factors for sure, and like how you play. And like how entertaining you are, that's a big part of it too. Like some people, it doesn't matter what they're playing. If you're someone like Eris, you want to play something like where it's as easy as possible for you to like stop and put the controller down and just like stand there as like Jill Valentine, like stare at a wall as he talks about stuff. Like it's there's a lot of games where you can't like put the code, you can't go off on a very funny story if you're playing like League of Legends or like building in Fortnite or something. Some games that like require you to be thinking about the thing you're thinking about. So it depends on who you are. Like someone like I don't know, someone like Shroud people like a lot, but like they don't really give a shit what he's got to say. I want to see him like own something. I've seen him play like The Sims or something. He's like, okay, well, all my Sims characters are gonna be gamers. World. Like, that wouldn't fly for too long. I remember there's a number of years where essentially the only thing that I watched on Twitch was. And then there's one time where I was like in bed for a few days sick around Christmas time. And it was like near the beginning of PUBG really popping off. And Shroud had just retired, etc. He was playing PUBG with Justin. And then for the next like few months or like half a year or whatever, I would watch that game pretty regularly as well. And I was kind of blown away by like how much people donated and subscribed. It was unbelievable. There's like fucking like oil princes and shit donating like $1,000 like every stream. Crazy. And that was like, and I noticed how much like even like FPS culture and like CS:GO, etc. are like ball out way harder and like are a different culture of like they're more grown. You know what I mean? Definitely like a more masculine group. Whereas like League of Legends fans are like, even when they're not kids, they're still kids. You know what I mean? Kind of like the game just rewards kind of like whiny bitches. To be fair, I played it a lot. It's like parts of it where like that's instilled in you. People like any game, like any streamer, people are mostly there to a large degree. You're there to laugh at that person's misfortune. I was listening to like a Cadril interview on Thorin's channel, and Cadril's like, it's kind of weird that like I guess my brand to some degree is like now that I get made fun of a lot, and I guess it might feel that way. It might feel like that way to him, but at the same time, it's also that like anyone who's a streamer is essentially like your job is getting laughed at. Like people like revel in your misfortune. You're streaming. That's like most of what it is. Like watch like look at people watching like Tyler or something. Like yeah, he'll like own, but it's League of Legends. Like most of the time you're miserable. And like part of the Cadrill's like, well, I guess people just like make fun of me a lot now. It's weird, but that's what streaming is to some degree. Is like profiting from being a punching bag. People want to see suffering more than they want to see anything. Alright, I probably should stop this. It's 10:20, which is a bit earlier than I'd like. I probably wouldn't mind doing one more day of rock climbing, but I think for 3 hours. It'd be probably better get a little. Try to see if I get sleep a little bit earlier than usual. And that's what I will do. But that was a good session, and I'm really getting to the point now where I've made enough of like the early initial decisions where the newer things are getting easier. It's not so mind-bending how much I have to do. I still, don't get me wrong, I still have to do this central fucking tower, but that will be fine. There are some details about that, like including looking down on the river from the tower, which are crazy details between that and also how to make it defensible. There's still a lot to do about that, but it's not going to be a huge structure. So, yeah, good to have some. It's good to have some more things to determine and figure out. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching.